Hello, this is Patrick Moore from my study in Chelsea, and welcome to all here in Galway. We've got some visitors down here, and I'm delighted to see them. I hope they can enjoy themselves. So, my very best wishes to you all. This is Patrick Moore.
What I'm going to try and do.
Oh yes.
Excellent. Prominent, a bit focus. Ramp up the magnification.
Excellent.
When we were in Hawaii.
Yeah, no. From Kia, you know.
If you want to, yeah, if that's what you want to record. The green is a shot.
I'm going for it though.
I'm on. Oh, it's now on 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's the table then. Yeah, jump forward. Join the 2 minutes almost with tables. Oh, no, no, based everybody getting on the cables as well. It's going to have quite a few cables here, isn't it?
I'm going to go into
Oh yeah, it's like spreading. It's
getting bigger, isn't it? Yeah, you can see the arc spreading out.
So what did you think of the eclipse, George?
What I thought of the eclipse? I saw what happened out there. And I saw what happened with the clouds that obstructificated the vision.
You're making the camera wobble.
And then when the clouds were gone, I saw what had happened to the moon and how it had gone kind of red and sort of brown. Well, it was quite interesting. Quite interesting eclipse. Not with the drama of a eclipse, but it did have but quiet beauty all its own. Totality is all over now, so we're having a glass of wine, probably going to watch a DVD. I don't know, we may go clubbing.
Hi, I'm here with astronomer and author of the Sky at Night magazine Stargazer section, Pete Lawrence. Pete, very nice to see you. How are you? Pete, being a local here from Chelsea, Patrick must have been instrumental in your interest in astronomy in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't actually used to live in Chelsea. I've moved down from about 8 miles north. I used to live in Chichester, but yes, Patrick's always been a massive personality around these parts. But my real interest in astronomy started when I was a small boy, when the Apollo missions were actually in force, and I can remember Patrick sitting there discussing them really enthusiastically, and it's all that builds up and gets you really interested. I remember him coming to a local school of ours as well, which was really instrumental in getting me fired about astronomy. So like many of us, I mean, he's a key to many of our starting openers in astronomy.
He's given us all enthusiasm, I think, you know, all over the UK and worldwide. Really,
absolutely,
Patrick is an iconic
he's
figure.
Known everywhere. Yeah.
So it's you regularly appear on the Sky at Night. How long ago was this since you've been appearing on the Sky at Night on a regular basis?
My first appearance was 2005, the Star Party, which was had there. I wasn't actually actively trying to get involved with the Sky at Night, but I'd got quite a few pictures which were appearing on spaceweather.com. Just a number of things I do sort of took their fancy, and they were identified by the producer of the Sky at Night, and she sort of collared me and said, "Oh, well, you're in Chelsea, so please come down and see what you can contribute."
It must be quite surreal to be involved in a program that you know was so instrumental in your interest in astronomy in the first place.
It pays not to think about it too hard, because you just get so nervous and wound up about it that you would you'd fall over, I think. But it is. It's amazing to be part of that history now and be actively involved in the programme.
Thank you very much, Pete Lawrence.
A pleasure, thank you.
I'm here with imager Bruce Kingsley. Bruce, what do you plan to image tonight?
I'm going to look at the moon, Dave. We'll be imaging the moon tonight and looking at the south pole of the moon.
Yes, the south pole is particularly well placed at the moment because of the libration, because of the tilt of the south pole towards us.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a really good time to be imaging the south pole of the moon at the moment.
Yes, and I understand NASA are actually looking for images of the south pole of the moon from amateur astronomers just at the moment, so maybe you can send your images to them.
No, who knows, that might be helpful, yeah.
So apart from imaging the moon, have you any other imaging targets in mind tonight, or are you going to be solely...
I'm afraid when that moon comes up, I'm going to be absolutely dedicated to it. Yeah, that's my sole target tonight.
It's going to be a lovely gibbous fight. Bruce, the Sky at Night must have been very instrumental in your interest in astronomy. Would that be true?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Since a young boy, I've been watching the Sky at Night, and I've learnt, you know, most of what I know from the Sky at Night. So I've learnt how to see the stars and the planets and where they are, what to look out for, and yeah, Patrick has basically been influenced from about 8 years old. Really.
It's funny, we've been getting the exact same answer from everyone.
Yeah, I can imagine you do. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Bruce Kingsley.
It's a pleasure.
Bruce Kingsley, this is...
Yes, hello Dave.
Do it properly. Yeah, do it properly.
I can't slow it down.
You know of your existence in Ireland.
Okay, stick with me now. Thanks for that.
Here we are.
Okay, so here I am with imager Bruce Kingsley.
He was going to say Ben.
Okay, that's not Ben Kingsley. He's older than him.
This is great for the outtakes.
I know.
Right. Okay, I'm here with imager Bruce Kingsley.
Videos going up and down like that.
We are professionals.
Hi, I'm here with Jane Flesher, the series producer of the Sky at Night. Jane, the Sky at Night must hold some very special memories for you.
Oh gosh, yes. No, I've been doing it now for 5 years, and one of the first programmes that I did that really stands out was the Transit of Venus, where in this garden we got some people together to see the Transit of Venus. and that was spectacular.
And I remember at the 50th anniversary party of the Sky at Night, it was a special presentation.
Absolutely, yes. Well, 50 years of the Sky at Night, who could have, you know, I mean, it was to be able to organise that and get all the people from around the world, friends of the Sky at Night and friends of Patrick's too, all together for that. That was a great privilege.
You did a huge logistical operation, great job. It was very nice indeed. Jane Fletcher, thanks very much.
My pleasure.
Well, I'm here with Rob Hawthorne, cameraman for the Sky at Night for the past 3 years. Rob, in the 3 years that you've been filming for the Sky at Night, I'm sure there's some moments, but I understand there's a particularly special moment for you coming up very soon.
Yeah, we're just about to go and see the shuttle Atlantis launch from Cape Canaveral October the 5th, and it doesn't matter who you're filming that for, it's got to be the chance of a lifetime, and as you know, it's the end of an era, so we're going to go and see the second to last ever launched. Right from the side of the
Let's hope it's not delayed, Rob.
No, well, we'll miss it if it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Rob Hawthorne. Well, we've had a wonderful night's observing in Sir Patrick Moore's garden, and we're here in Sir Patrick's study. I have with me Dr. Chris Lintott from Oxford University.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. Chris, you've been involved in the Sky at Night now for over 5 years. Can you tell me how you got involved in the Sky at Night?
Well, you should ask Patrick that question, really. But we did a couple of programmes back when the Sky at Night was still in the studio. I think the first two we did were everything you wanted to know: why are there tides, why is the universe expanding, easy questions like these. We did some cosmology, we did one about a solar eclipse that we couldn't go to, but we watched some video of animals going to sleep and tried to have sensible commentary over the top. That was all good fun. And then they needed a researcher, somebody to come and help translate, find images and all of those things. So I did that originally. And got thrown in front of the camera extremely quickly, so it's been fun ever since.
You clearly have the talent for it, Chris. Over those 5 years, you must have some particularly special memories of the Sky at Night. Any particular that stand out?
Well, the solar eclipse in Turkey was absolutely stunning, and I'd never seen a total solar eclipse under clear skies before. I'd been clouded out in '99. So I was sitting in a deck chair on the beach and watching this and trying to give a commentary, and suddenly I did the classic, oh, look at that, oh my god, look at that, and suddenly realised that Jane was on the our producer was on camera, swinging from one side to the other. So I had to get a grip, and then the sky was getting bright, and I was sitting there thinking, but how can the sky be getting bright 30 seconds into the eclipse? Yeah, this is ridiculous. Trying to work out what was going on, and suddenly realised that was it. That was 3 minutes gone.
It was gone. It's over.
And the end of the eclipse. But that will stay with me. That was a stunning moment. So that, and I think the landing of Huygens on Titan, the European probe, where we were at the mission control, and in particular, Huygens had been expected to survive just for a couple of minutes if we were lucky on the surface. And we found out from somebody we talked to in the corridor that they were still receiving a signal from it 90 minutes later as Cassini disappeared over the horizon. Cassini was relaying the signal, the mothership. And we were able to tell David Southwood, who's the chief scientist in ESA, we were on camera, and I said to him, by the way, it's still transmitting. And his face went, what? that was a nice moment. And sharing that with the scientists was great fun.
It was very special. Well, thanks very much for sharing that with Dr. Chris Lintott.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Until then, good night. So, for the moment, good night. So until then, my gardener Elsie, good night.